What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember to like and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. This guest, she is no stranger to us. If you've been following my journey, she was the very first coach that let me come in and cover the team. And there's no way that I could be here without her. The Hall of Famer, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the GOAT, Coach Tanisha Franklin. What's going on, Hall of Famer?
Chris? I
the
am
legend,
well.
the
Thanks
legend, no.
It's always a pleasure.
Man, it's always a pleasure. I'm going to always give you your flowers while you can smell them.
Appreciate
because what you've been able to do, not just for myself, but for the community, for so many others, man, my hat goes off to you, legend.
I appreciate it.
100%.
Nice haircut, by the way.
Appreciate it, you know. Shout out,
look good.
Shout out to the barber, Step It Up Cuts, all that good stuff. I'm like, let me take this hat off real quick so y'all can see it.
I got you right though. I got you looking good.
It's great to see you though. I know this is probably the first time I've seen you since you got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Like, take me back through that process. What was that like?
Man, it was a wonderful process, man. I mean, what an honor to be recognized from your community, which is always the awards that I greatly appreciate because it's coming from our community and the people that we serve. So it was an honor to be recognized from those very people and to walk in that journey with so many others that have been awarded that award. So it felt good to be in good company with those people for sure.
You deserve it, though,
I appreciate it.
Because of all the work that you put in behind the scenes that most people would never know. They don't see, because me and Coach Turner were just talking about this, They don't see the times when you probably picking a kid up for school, then you come in here to actually do your job, then you coaching, then you got to take a kid back, and then you got to live your own life outside of that. Like, it's a lot.
It definitely is a lot, but what's understood is that the needs of our kids that we serve, right? And every kid need is different, and you have to service that need. It's long hours, but at the end of the day, it's well worth it. I mean, for me, especially part of my program and my standards is graduation. So we putting in the hard work now. So once they walk across that stage, it's worth it.
Speaking about things that are worth it, when I tell you, I don't believe there's anybody else that I've encountered on the coach's side that is more worthy of a Hall of Fame induction. And when I saw it, I was so happy about it.
Appreciate it.
And I'm gonna forever tell you thank you for the opportunity you gave me, which was 5 years. My God, that time go by so fast.
Yeah, definitely go by fast.
Like, because last time I didn't have this on my finger, you know.
No, not at all.
Now it's different. I'm oh my gosh, man. But 5 years later, you know, we're both still doing our thing. Season's getting ready to tip off. Before we get into that though, I gotta reveal something that I've never talked about. So I wasn't gonna come back and cover last year. I wasn't, but I was like, you know what? Since I'm home for a hot second, I'm just gonna pop out. And the first person I texted, which was an hour before tip off, was Coach Tanisha Franklin.
I remember that.
And I text you like, I'm coming back tonight. And the text back you gave me was priceless because you revealed something to me that you didn't even talk about yet.
Yeah, no, I had not known at that moment, but it was kind of like in a process of a possibility for sure.
Ain't it something how, in a sense, we came back in the same year after not really being sure?
Absolutely. I mean, but I think that's our place, right? Our purpose. And sometimes when you are led back to exactly what you are supposed to be doing, right, that everything comes full circle.
Season is right around the corner. You know, how you all looking so far?
We're young. We're extremely young. As you know, I graduated a whole class. I graduated 8 seniors. So we're in complete rebuild mode, but the girls have been in the gym. They have been working hard. Definitely looking forward to what we're building and their growth throughout the season. What
is your process like, especially when it's a rebuild?
Process is, first and foremost, is development. Right, we're in a gym 2 or 3 days a week out of the summer, and we're working on developmental skills. You know, the basic ball handling, layups, kind of like the offensive drill, the defensive drill, and we go in sessions. And then eventually we build up to team drills, right? And we go kind of start with the IQ of understanding basketball. So you're really at a place where you're teaching them legitly how to play basketball, from the offensive side to the defensive side to the movement of where you need to be defensively, you know what I mean, how to run an offense, your options, what to look for out of your offense. So it's basically baby steps, and we've been at it though since the summer. So I'm excited for them to get out on the floor and eventually broadcast what they've been learning for sure.
I had a chance to talk to a few other coaches that are coaching Youngstown City. We all know that the merger is getting ready to take place. So this is the last year for East and Cheney Sports. How blessed have you been, though, to be a part of such a rich legacy at East?
I have gotten to know the alumni over the last couple of years of being in this position. They have supported East programs, all programs, 100%. So being around them got me to fully understand the legacy in which East has and the representation of their alumni. And it is a rich tradition that they have. So it means a lot to represent this school, this community, this school district, in the position that I have been in. So it's been rewarding for sure.
Was it rewarding to come back last year after you were going to take a little bit of time off? Or was it one of those things where it had you say, I just got to come back because it's in me?
I think it's a combination of both, right? I'm not going to let my girls down in no way, shape, or form. So whatever way, like I said, everybody needs is different. So we found ourselves in a situation, so it was no reason I would not return. It was no reason for me not to return. This is home for me. It's been home. It will always be home for me. So yeah, no, that was an easy fix. Yeah, they didn't have to ask me twice, not at all.
The response you got to was overwhelming.
Yeah.
Just because the players from the people I spoke to, they said that the players were just ecstatic, not because they didn't necessarily like things that were happening. It's just when you have a coach that is gonna go to bat for you.
Yeah.
As from a former player's perspective, if our coaches told us up front they were going to do something for us, but we had to do what we were supposed to do, and they actually did it, those are the coaches that we wanted to, rock with.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what makes it easy, right? Like, you got to understand, I've been coaching, I'm going into my 24th season. So it's a culture, right, and a climate that's built here that these kids are accustomed to and that they're used to. So the transition was easy, right? And the kids who are transitioning from from middle school to high school is looking forward to playing for that very coach because of the relationships that are built, right? And that's how you eventually build a program, right? So yeah, it was ecstatic for both of us to kind of be back together, reunited. And after thinking about it, I didn't understand. I understood in that moment why I made the decision, but as time went on, I don't understand. Like, I must have been outside my mind because I don't understand now that I have had some time to think about it, like, the process of where I was at that moment.
You're human.
Yeah.
You're doing this for over 20 years, 24 to be exact.
Yeah.
Two-part question. Number one, how have you been able to look the exact same for 24 years?
Benjamin Button syndrome.
Because I'm like, when I was a kid, you've looked the same.
Yeah,
when
man.
I started covering, you looked. I'm like, how the heck do you still look the exact same?
You know what? What's the saying? Say black don't crack. I'm gonna have to go with that. But I just, physically just take care of myself. That's all. And they gotta understand. I started coaching young. I was only 22 years old when I started coaching. So it seems like an eternity, but it hasn't been that long.
And the second part to it, you're 100% human.
Yeah.
So it's all right to kind of want to take a step back.
Yeah.
And never feel bad for having those human emotions.
Appreciate
but
that.
Once you saw the players and once you saw that enthusiasm and now the buzz getting out that she's back, what did that do for you?
It honestly was work. It wasn't like a different type of feeling or anything. Like, we just got back to work. We just picked right up where we left off. Like, it just seemed like, honestly, I never left. So it was, it was good for us both to be back together and me to be back in that element and in that gym and doing what God has blessed me to do. But it was just like we just picked right back up where we left off.
Sports teaches you a lot about life.
Yeah.
And it teaches you about the importance of teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
As great as you are, you've had some phenomenal coaches on your staff.
Absolutely.
How great have the coaches been for you during your journey here?
You want to pick your staff like you pick your players, right? If you ever, if you know me, I have people around me who are genuinely my family and my friends,
Absolutely.
Right? My circle is very small. And it's important for them to understand, your coaches understand your philosophy, right? Because if you have someone on your team that's not really buying into your program and what you're doing, it can make a little difficult work situation. So I'm always sure to make sure the people that are surrounded by me are people that, fully trust me, most importantly, believe in me, and my philosophy and what I'm contributing as far as my work ethic, and what I'm giving to basketball. Cheryl has been with me for an eternity. I mean, probably about 8 years. And we're good friends, like family off the court, so that helps a lot. She's a former player of mine as well, so she knows me, she knows my philosophy, she knows my dedication and commitment to this game, and Destiny as well. Destiny played for me as well. She went on to have a good career at Teal College.
Sure did.
But that's the point, right? To pay it forward, right? Somebody give you an opportunity, you want to train up the next, so when you leave, hopefully they're ready to step in and take over, and that culture continue to build within itself. So that's what, the legacy and what I'm looking to do and kind of build and play that forward.
Opening night is literally around the corner.
Yes.
I know that look in your eyes when you're like, I'm ready. I can't wait for it. But it also makes you sit back and be like, wow, this is for this chapter. Yeah. This is really it.
Yeah.
What message are you trying to get through to the girls?
Just the fact that this is the last class, obviously, that will be representing East High School in that uniform, right? So having them go out and play with a sense of pride, because of what they are representing. I don't want to apply too much pressure to them because, like I say, they're really young, but it is a way and a form of motivating them to make sure when they go out on that floor each game that they are representing themselves and this East High School legacy that has been built, and that they will be a part of.
What has been your fondest moment here?
Oh, it's so many. I think besides that one, the year, what it was, Samira year, I think it was like 21 when she was graduating. We had that phenomenal year with her, Joy, and we just had a good year. But I think seeing her score her 1,000 points was definitely a memory for me, just to see another player of mine reach that milestone. So that is one of the memories that I will absolutely cherish.
I'll never forget, you had told me her freshman year, you was like, Chris, watch, she gonna be something.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that she was gonna go on and do that, because keep this in like mine. When I first started covering, I came in at the halfway point of the season, but I still had plenty of time to get to know the players. And, I want to say I was one of the only media people you would talk to before the game. Yeah. So thank you, because I know y'all coaches don't really like doing that too much. But I remember you were telling me, you was like, watch, she going to be something special. Yeah. And then she went on to score her 1,000th, and then COVID unfortunately did a lot of damage, which set a lot of folks back. Yeah. But the players you've had through here have been spectacular. I'm not going to ask you who your favorite one
please don't put me on a hot seat
somebody's
like
going to
that.
get mad at
they
you.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to do that.
Thank you.
Although it will be fun. I ain't going to do that to you. What I will say is this, though. If you could send a message to any player that has played for you in the past, since your tenure here at East, knowing that this is the last chapter, what message would you like to send them, in the sense that goes to say thank you for their service, not only to the school, but to allow you to coach them?
Oh, wow. I mean, it's something that we say every day, probably, close out practice. As you see, like, I love my girls. Some I have a better relationship with, but most of them know that if they need me, I'm only a phone call away. But most importantly, I would just tell them thank you. Thank you for trusting in me. And allowing me to be, their coach for sure. Because they could have went anywhere else to play, right, with the time that we in, when you have so many kids that's transferring. And we've had some good players that has come through here. Thanks for just sticking out the ride with me. Thanks for just believing in me, my program, and the philosophy and the life lessons that were taught.
Quick hitters, coming to the end now. When do you guys open up?
We open up Monday, actually, with Latonia.
Ooh, I know that look. Yeah. I know that look very well. I'm going to leave that off camera.
Yeah.
Even though opening night is around the corner, we all know this. And knowing you as a competitor, every time you're looking at the schedule, you're like, I want to win every single last
for sure.
one. As you should, because that's what you do. But even with a young team, what would you like your young players to realize, not just about opening night, but about the ups and downs of a season?
Exactly that, right? We're coming in and we're a young group, so they're having to learn, and we're having to teach them how to compete, right? And that's the message, is to compete. No matter who we're playing, no matter how experienced or inexperienced that we are, or that other team is with that different jersey on, we going out and compete 100% every night. Just compete.
This has been so much fun. If anybody maybe wanted to sponsor a team dinner or give some Gatorades to the players, how can they do that?
You guys can reach out to me. Obviously, Facebook, social media is the way to go. Just inbox me if you're willing and want to donate anything, or call up to the school. I'm here. Whatever donations that you have will be greatly appreciated.
Any message you want to send to the fans going out?
Show up, support women's basketball. We got some good talent in this area. Be sure to check out some teams that we have because there's some good girls basketball that's going on in this area.
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing else needs to be asked. The Hall of Famer, Coach Tanisha Franklin, on the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Gotta go.